Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. We are here doing another Formula Legends video. I didn't think I'd be doing another video so soon, but the devs have released an update which has made some quite significant changes to the two of the areas which I think are most important, and that's the steering and the AI. In the background is just a race from a live stream which I did on Saturday. Yeah, they released the update on Friday, so I was quite keen to try it out. And you'll see in the live stream, but there are definitely some times where the AI just they just drive off track. But I mean, I guess it's a work in progress, right? So yeah, so what did they actually change? So with the steering, it definitely feels more responsive and more sensitive. Like when I first tried it, I was just like swaying side to side, just seeing how easily I can turn. And it's definitely a lot better than the old driving system, which is more like swaying as opposed to turning. So it's definitely a step in the right direction. But I still think it's not perfect, especially when you're in the third person camera. It really it really just doesn't feel correct. Like it's okay, but it doesn't feel correct. So I still think it needs to be tweaked slightly more to make it more sensitive in the third person cam. But I think in the first person camera, I think it is like quite good and like as expected. So I'm happy with that change. So the next change that they've made is to the AI and how the AI avoid collisions. So now the AI are just less likely to collide with you because they'll take more evasive action to just avoid crashing into you. And you might notice in the gameplay that there are times when the AI will just stop to avoid you, and then it just creates this awkward pileup where there are like quite a few cars are just piled up on top of each other. But it is an improvement because before the AI would just act like you're not there and just drive into you. So I'm happy with the change, but I still think it needs more tweaking. And they did mention that in their patch notes that they're going to be further tweaking the AI and making them better. So that is a step in the right direction again, and just improving the overall quality of the gameplay. So does this change my overall opinion on the game, and do I think it's worth playing, buying, etc.? Um, it changes it slightly. It is more enjoyable to race now, but it's still not perfect. And there are still fundamental, in my opinion, features which need to be improved in order to make this game better. And the first one that I would say is the whole rain like concept. Don't get me wrong, it's a good concept that like rain comes in, changes the dynamic of the track. You have to like turn differently. You've got to think about pit strategy, etc. Like in theory, it sounds great. However, firstly, there's no indication of when the rain is coming. So when I was streaming, I felt a lot of the races I would just go on hard. So I'd be doing mid 20s and then go on hard tires, and I try and stretch it out for as long as possible and wait to see if rain came. And then if rain came, then I would just pit for wets, and if it didn't, I would just go for softs on the last stint. But I found that the AI especially, they would just pit as expected, like towards the end of their stint, and then it would just start raining next lap. And there's like no indication of when the rain is coming, so you're kind of just guessing as to when the rain is coming. But I feel like there needs to be some sort of indication. Even it doesn't have to be like tell you the exact lap. We'll just say that there's like a chance of rain coming, so you know what to expect, and then you're able to strategize more. Because I feel like at the moment it's almost like when you're playing like Mario Kart, and then like, you have a lightning bolt to come to mess up the race for everyone, or like you have like a blue shell to mess up first place. It's kind of like that kind of like equalizer, but this doesn't seem like the kind of game where you'd need to like equalize the race. I feel like it's meant to be more of a driving game as opposed to a like power up items kind of game, if you get where I'm coming from. So I really think the rain needs to be adjusted, because when I first started playing this game, I had no idea how the rain worked. I would just do my normal like pit strategy, and then I just get screwed over by the rain because it would come at like the worst possible time, like one lap after I've pitted, and there was no way for me to predict that. So that's I think needs to be adjusted. Just some improvements to how the weather is displayed, and so you can expect what's coming. In addition to that, so with the rain, I feel like the AI is extremely fast in the rain, like compared to myself. And it's not just a skill issue. Like I can obviously admit that I'm not the best at this game, so there will be skill issues around corners. But it's in the straights. There was a race I was doing where I was behind someone. I had DRS, ERS, and slipstream, and he was pulling away from me, and I just couldn't understand why. Like, I didn't have damage or anything either, so in theory we should have been equal. The only thing I can think of is that he was in like a McLaren, not a McLaren, a Mercedes or a Red Bull, and the car is faster. But even if that's the case, I still feel like with Slipstream, ERS, and DRS, you should be able to get past them. So, and that's like something I've seen way too often, not just in the rain. I feel like even on like dry tracks, the AI would just come out of a corner and they would just like speed away from you. Like they're just gone before like you even get to the next turn. So it's not like it's on a long straight where you can catch back up to them, but like their just acceleration is just so much faster than mine. And I think when you experience something like that, like the AI just driving away from you, it's just really demoralizing because it's not even a skill issue. It's just their car is just faster than yours. And I'm always playing on normal difficulty just to not make it too easy, but not make it too hard. So that's just, I really think that needs to be changed. And they did mention in the patch notes that they're going to be adjusting the AI. So like, they're not as fast as they are always, because they definitely, some tracks are really good, some tracks are really bad. So then they're going to balance it more. They also said that they're going to be adding new difficulties as well. So that's again another welcome change. I do think they are moving in the right direction, but I feel like, especially because it's a single player game and no online, and I don't think that they're planning on doing online anytime soon, they really are on a ticking time bomb with just making sure that this game is the best version of itself as soon as possible, essentially. Because iRacing Arcade is coming out in the next, I mean, it's 5th of October today, so coming out in the next 2 months, maybe 3 months. And by the time that game comes out, that game is just gonna take everyone who would have played this game and they're gonna play that game instead. Because that game is gonna have, like, I'm sure it has the licenses because it's gonna be rated under iRacing. In the trailer, I saw that there's gonna be a Porsche in the game, for example. So people don't have to worry about modding this game to get the actual F1 names. But I did think it was interesting that that was one of the first updates they did. Like, even before this update with the steering and everything, they did make it so you can configure the game to change the logos, the names, etc. I think it's to make it more like F1, because you don't have to like pretend with the silly names. Like, I mean, I don't mind the silly names, but I'm sure some people would prefer to just have like the realistic names and not race against like Charles Leclerc, for example. But I mean, I don't mind it, so I'm not going to complain too much. But yeah, I really hope that the devs work fast for this game, because like it is a nice game, but it needs to fix the fundamentals to make it better, and then it will have like a solid audience. Because I think at the moment, from what I've seen anyway, I don't think that the fundamentals of this game are different enough and strong enough to keep it from getting from like another game taking the player base. So the game just needs to fix it within the next like month or two before iRacing Arcade comes out. Because yeah, once that game comes out, and I mean myself, like, I'm going to play it no matter what. But I'm sure that there are some people who would have played this game, but then they'll see iRacing Arcade and they'll just see that it's essentially a better version of this game, but less F1 driven and just more racing in general. So I'm hoping that the devs can do something quick, because I mean, it's not a terrible game to play, but yeah, I just think it needs a little bit of improvements. Yeah, that is all for me, and hope you've enjoyed the race in the background as well. I did actually win one of the few races that I won, so yeah, that was a good one. Yeah, if you want to check me out on stream, I usually stream on TikTok on weekends about 2 p.m. UK time, probably Saturday and Sunday. Streaming, yeah, Saturday and Sunday usually. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.